You won't believe it, but Americans are being kicked out of these 10 countries in 2025. Visa bans, political tension, and rising backlash. It's a shocking global shift you need to see to believe. Stay tuned, because number one is the most unexpected. Alright, let's kick things off with China, a global superpower with a complex relationship with the United States. This relationship has been marked by both cooperation and conflict over the years. Over 1,500 Americans were expelled or denied entry into China last year alone. This is a significant number, reflecting the growing strain in diplomatic ties. China's not known for its open-door policy, but this recent wave of expulsions has even seasoned China watchers scratching their heads. The reasons behind these actions are multifaceted and complex. Some speculate it's a response to growing tensions between the two countries, maybe a tit-for-tat in a diplomatic chess match. This tit-for-tat strategy has been seen in various forms over the years. Others point to China's increasingly strict visa regulations, which seem to be targeting Americans in particular. These regulations have made it more difficult for Americans to enter and stay in China. American businesses in China are feeling the pinch, struggling to bring in the skilled workers they need. This has had a ripple effect on their operations and overall business strategies. It's a complicated situation with no easy answers, but one thing's for sure. The relationship between the US and China is changing. As both nations navigate this evolving landscape, the world watches closely, anticipating the next move in this high-stakes game of diplomacy. Next up, we're heading over to Russia, a country with a long history of complicated relationships with the US. In recent years, the number of Americans kicked out of Russia has skyrocketed. We're talking journalists, diplomats, even teachers and aid workers. The Kremlin claims it's all about national security, accusing the US of espionage and meddling in Russian affairs, but many experts believe it goes deeper than that, suggesting Russia is using these expulsions to send a message and flex its muscles. Whatever the reason, one thing's clear: getting into Russia as an American is about as easy as getting a straight answer from Putin himself. And for the Americans who are already there, the situation is becoming increasingly precarious. Our next stop takes us to Turkey, a country that's been a key US ally for decades. But lately, that relationship has been going through a rough patch. We're seeing a pattern of Americans being denied entry, having their visas revoked, even being detained and deported from Turkey. The Turkish government insists it's all about security concerns and fighting terrorism, but many Americans are starting to feel unwelcome. Adding fuel to the fire is Turkey's increasingly close relationship with Russia, a move that's got a lot of folks in Washington feeling uneasy. The fallout from this diplomatic drama is impacting everything from tourism to trade to military cooperation. The once strong bond between the US and Turkey is starting to fray. Next up, we have Saudi Arabia. The US and Saudi Arabia go way back, a partnership built on oil and maintaining stability in the Middle East. But lately, cracks have been appearing in this seemingly unbreakable bond. The murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi and the ongoing war in Yemen have cast a long shadow over the US-Saudi relationship. Americans are feeling the heat, with journalists, activists, teachers, engineers, and business people being denied entry or expelled. Visas are being delayed or denied, work permits are being revoked, and many Americans are packing their bags and heading home. It's a tough situation, made even tougher by the fact that both sides seem reluctant to back down. Next is India. The land of opportunity closes its doors. India has always been a tough nut to crack when it comes to visas, but lately, it's like trying to crack a coconut with a spoon. The process has become increasingly stringent, with more paperwork, longer wait times, and higher rejection rates. The number of Americans being denied visas or even deported from India has been steadily climbing. This trend is causing concern among those who have long seen India as a land of new opportunities and cultural exchange. We're talking about skilled workers, entrepreneurs, even students hoping to study in this vibrant democracy. These individuals bring diverse skills and perspectives, contributing to India's growth and innovation. Some experts point to India's protectionist economic policies which aim to prioritize jobs for Indians. These policies are designed to boost local employment and support domestic industries. Others suggest it's a response to the Trump administration's crackdown on H-1B visas, a move that hit Indian tech workers particularly hard. This has led to a tit-for-tat scenario affecting American workers in India. Whatever the reason, one thing's clear. India is no longer the land of opportunity it once was for Americans. The changing landscape has left many disheartened, questioning their future plans. and the once promising prospects in India. Let's jet set down to Brazil, a country known for its stunning beaches and vibrant culture. But lately, things seem to be escalating, and Americans are increasingly finding themselves caught in the crosshairs. We're talking about violent crime, kidnappings, and a general sense that Americans are being targeted. The political climate in Brazil has become increasingly volatile in recent years, with a rise in nationalism and anti-American sentiment. Add to that the economic downturn, and it's no wonder that many Americans are feeling unwelcome. Many Americans are choosing to stay away, opting for destinations that feel safer and more welcoming. Next up, we're heading south of the border to Mexico, a country that's been both a close ally and a source of tension for the U.S. Mexico has always been a popular destination for American tourists and expats, drawn by its beautiful beaches and rich culture. But lately, the relationship between the two countries has gotten complicated. The U.S.-Mexico border wall and the ongoing drug war have cast a long shadow over the relationship. We're talking about a growing sense of anti-American sentiment, fueled by a perception that the U.S. has not always been the best neighbor. American businesses are facing boycotts, American tourists are encountering hostility, and American expats are starting to feel unwelcome. Next we have United Arab Emirates. The UAE has always been a magnet for expats, drawn by its tax-free salaries and luxurious lifestyle. But behind the glitz and glamour lies a darker reality, one where freedom of speech is restricted and dissent is silenced. Americans are finding themselves caught in the crosshairs of this authoritarian regime. We're talking about Americans being detained, interrogated, even imprisoned for seemingly minor offenses. And the consequences? Well, they can be devastating. It's a nightmare scenario that's becoming increasingly common for Americans in the UAE. Our journey takes us to South Africa, a country that once held so much promise after decades of apartheid. But lately, the Rainbow Nation seems to be fading, plagued by economic inequality, political corruption, and a surge in violence and xenophobia. Americans aren't immune to this growing wave of unrest. We're talking about Americans being targeted for robberies, assaults, even kidnappings. The political climate in South Africa has become increasingly volatile in recent years, with a rise in nationalism and anti-Western sentiment. Add to that the economic downturn, and it's no wonder that many Americans are feeling unwelcome. Last but not the least, United Kingdom. The UK has always had its own immigration policies, and Americans haven't always had it easy getting in. Historically, the special relationship between the UK and the US has been a cornerstone of international diplomacy, but that doesn't necessarily translate to easier travel for American citizens. But lately it seems like the door is getting a little bit narrower. More and more Americans are finding themselves caught up in red tape and facing longer wait times at the border. We're talking about stricter visa requirements, increased scrutiny at the border, and a general sense that Americans are no longer getting the red carpet treatment. This shift has left many wondering if the special relationship is still as special as it once was. Some experts point to Brexit, the UK's messy divorce from the European Union, as a major factor. The complexities of re-establishing border controls and immigration policies have had a ripple effect, impacting not just EU citizens, but also Americans. Others suggest it's a response to the Trump administration's policies, which didn't exactly make America a lot of friends on the international stage. The political climate has undoubtedly influenced how countries, including the UK, view American travelers. Whatever the reason, one thing's clear: the special relationship is going through a bit of a rough patch. As both nations navigate these turbulent times, the impact on everyday travelers is becoming increasingly evident. Whether this is a temporary phase or a long-term shift remains to be seen. So there you have it, folks. 10 countries where Americans aren't exactly getting the warmest welcome these days. We can't just assume that we're welcome everywhere we go anymore. We need to be aware of the political climate, the cultural sensitivities, and the visa requirements of the countries we visit. More importantly, we need to remember that we're ambassadors for our country, whether we like it or not. Thanks for watching. If you found this video eye-opening, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more intriguing content. Let us know in the comments which country surprised you the most. See you next time.